to Chapter 2 of my Enneagram series. In this video, I will describe the arrows and wings of each type and briefly explain how they can help you on your journey. We will start with the arrows. In this drawing, you can see that each number is connected to two other numbers with arrows. On one hand, when relaxed and balanced, you take on the positive qualities of one, and on the other hand, when tense and in stress, you take on the negative qualities of the other. Once you begin to understand the patterns of your type, these arrows can be very useful. You can intentionally work toward the positive arrow, and when you recognize your stress patterns, this can be useful for you and for those around you. Cloverleaf does a nice job of explaining the arrows of each Enneagram type. I will provide a link in the references so that you can find this information. The Enneagram arrows explained for each type. Enneagram 1 arrows. Under stress, the Enneagram 1 moves towards the 4. Stress impacts ones with a sense of hopelessness, becoming overly self-conscientious and critical. When secure, ones move toward the 7. When ones feel secure, they enjoy having fun and are more spontaneous. The Enneagram 2 arrows. Under stress, the Enneagram 2 moves toward the 8. Stress can cause 2s to become aggressive, especially when they don't feel appreciated, to the point of attacking, blaming, and seeking to control. When secure, 2s move toward the 4. When 2s feel secure, they are more transparent, possess creative potential, are aware of their feelings, and are honest about their full emotions. Enneagram 3 arrows. Under stress, Enneagram 3 moves toward the 9. Stress can cause 3s to become passive-aggressive, avoiding, and vengeful. When secure, the Enneagram 3 moves toward the 6. When 3s feel secure, they become more committed and invest in causes they truly believe in, not just what makes them look good. Enneagram 4 arrows. Under stress, the Enneagram 4 moves toward the 2. Stress can cause 4s to become codependent or manipulative and attention-seeking. When secure, 4s move toward the 1. When 4s feel secure, they act on their ideals to be more objective and less self-absorbed. Enneagram 5 arrows. Under stress, the Enneagram 5 moves toward the 7. Stress impacts 5s toward becoming easily distracted, insensitive, and withdrawn by spending too much time or money on their interests. When secure, the Enneagram 5 moves toward the 8. When 5s feel secure, they will exude more energy and action, taking the initiative with a greater sense of living in the moment. Enneagram 6 arrows. Under stress, the Enneagram 6 moves towards the 3. Stress can cause 6s to seek to impress or use others for their gain. When secure, the Enneagram 6 moves toward the 9. When 6s feel secure, they develop a calmness about themselves and are more trusting of others rather than suspecting their motives. Enneagram 7 arrows. Under stress, the Enneagram 7 moves toward the 1. Stress impacts 7s towards self-criticism, fault-finding, and blaming others. When secure, the Enneagram 7 moves toward the 5. When 7s feel secure, they accept the good and the bad, the happy and the sad aspects of life, while practicing self-discipline. Enneagram 8 arrows. Under stress, the 8 moves toward the 5. Stress can cause 8s to become withdrawn or become paranoid. When secure, Enneagram 8s move toward the 2. When 8s feel secure, they relate successfully to people with warmth and compassion. Enneagram 9 arrows. Under stress, the Enneagram 9 moves toward the 6. When 9s experience stress, they feel a sense of being overwhelmed by anxiety and indecisiveness. When secure, the Enneagram 9 moves toward the 3. When 9s feel secure, they tend to be more practical, productive, focused, and confident. The 9 Enneagram personality types are not static categories and can change over time. The growth and stress lines within the Enneagram symbol are not arbitrary. These inner lines connect the types in a sequence that denotes what each type will do under different conditions. In other words, different situations evoke different responses from each type's personality, and these lines help make sense of these responses. In both arrows, a person can access both the resourceful, positive, and non-resourceful, negative tendencies of the arrow type. Truity.com very nicely describes how to use your arrows for growth. Enneagram Type 1. The movement to point sevens provides ones with the ability to be mentally flexible and see many options. It allows them to break the rules and be more creative and spontaneous. To achieve this, ones need to practice having fun and being playful on a regular basis, and to not be hard on themselves for choosing pleasure ahead of duty. When they find the healthy balance between responsibility and relaxation, the one is less rigid and less focused on being right. They are able to see the shades of gray that exist in every situation. Then a one can move to point 4. Here they master creativity. At point 4, ones question what they really want from life and become more attuned to what they want and like. They can let go of the fierce self-control and do things differently. To achieve this, ones practice expressing their emotions authentically and developing a creative practice. When they master 4, ones bring a unique touch to their work, incorporating a sense of beauty and magic into everything they do. Enneagram Type 2. The movement to point 4 allows 2s to appreciate that honoring their own emotions actually helps them maintain positive relationships instead of undermining them. Here, 2s gain the ability to get in touch with their own needs, feelings, and desires, and to accept all of their feelings and to not be embarrassed by them. To achieve this, 2s practice acknowledging their feelings and asking for what they want. Then, a 2 can move to 8. Here, they master setting boundaries. At point 8, 2s become more direct and assertive, clearly saying what they need and what they don't like. They become more practical and stop worrying about how others perceive them. To achieve this, 2s practice accessing their anger in a positive way, using it to get their needs met more directly. Enneagram Type 3. The movement to point 6 provides 3s with the ability to question the status quo. Most importantly, it allows them to assess the risks associated with their current lifestyle, helping them determine the consequences for their relationships, family, and health if they continue living and working the way they do. To achieve this, 3s need to develop some self-doubt about their current choices and use the 6's natural ability to analyze risks and take a more cautious approach. By doing so, 3s develop a healthy balance between getting things done and pausing for reflection. Then they can move to point 9. Here they master the art of relaxing and can finally take a vacation. They can slow down their pace and wait for the right time to act, and they can listen to others more, paying attention to someone else's agenda. To achieve this, the 3 practices including others in the process and following other people's lead. Enneagram Type 4. The movement to 1 provides the 4 with healthy self-discipline and the ability to turn their creative ideas into action. Here they become comfortable with routine, sticking with the agenda, and not allowing their feelings to distract them from the task at hand. To achieve this, 4s devote themselves to structured activities where they focus on improving the external environment like a garden instead of trying to control their emotions. Repetitive work can help the 4 find peace instead of getting caught up following the waves of their shifting moods. Then they can move to 2. Here, 4s master the art of giving and receiving, allowing them to maintain mutual relationships. They stop comparing themselves to others and instead help and support other people. To achieve this, 4s focus on being in service to others and balancing their needs with the needs of others. Enneagram Type 5. The movement to 8 provides the 5 with an ability to assert their boundaries while maintaining their relationships. Here, they have less of a need to disconnect and hide, instead becoming more practical, spontaneous, and energetic. To achieve this, 5s practice becoming grounded in their body and using their body as a way to connect with the issues they have been avoiding. When they integrate the 8's qualities, 5s become more comfortable with confronting others and remaining in connection. Then they can move to 7. Here, 5s experience all life has to offer. They realize they can get their needs met spontaneously, so can start to move away from being excessively specialized and become more of a generalist. To achieve this, 5s practice talking before they are certain about something, allowing themselves to test ideas in a real-world practical way. Enneagram Type 6. The movement to point 9 allows the 6 to trust people more. By becoming less suspicious of everyone and everything, 6s increase their ability to confirm what is a real fear and what is imagined. To achieve this, 6s practice listening to other opinions and being more receptive to their perspective. When they integrate the 9's qualities, the 6 is able to let down their guard and relax some of the time. Then they can move to 3. Here, the 6 masters performing without procrastinating and is able to move forward despite their fears. They are able to trust their own authority and have confidence in themselves, taking the lead and valuing their contributions. To achieve this, 6s practice recognizing their contributions and appreciating their own abilities. Enneagram Type 7. The movement to point 5 allows the 7 to increase their ability to concentrate and focus on a single activity. By bringing their energy inside of them, it becomes easier for a 7 to stick with one thing, and they start to become specialists. To achieve this, 7s practice saying no to interesting options and start putting down all the possible projects they mentally carry around with them. Then they can move to 1. Here, 7s master the art of finishing things. They develop the self-discipline to see things through and find joy in completing things. They can develop this by working in a more structured way and finding ways to finish whatever they start. Enneagram Type 8. The movement to 2 provides 8s with the ability to consider other people. They become more aware of their impact on others and are able to cultivate better relationships. To achieve this, they need to learn to listen to other people and to start to make space for their feelings. When they integrate 8's qualities, 8s become more diplomatic and are able to encourage people to take action without imposing or offending them. Then an 8 can move to point 5. Here, they master patience and being able to count to 3 before taking action. It also helps them appreciate they don't need intensity to be in relationships or to project their energy out to be effective. At point 5, 8s can keep their energy inside their body and channel it in greater mental focus. To achieve this, 8s need to focus on their more analytical skills and taking a more cautious approach to their use of energy and resources. Enneagram Type 9. The movement to 3 provides 9s with the ability to consider themselves and their interests. When 9s acknowledge they are important and value their own efforts, they are able to prioritize their own goals, tasks, and agendas. To achieve this, 9s must identify and prioritize what they want and take the initiative to put it into action. When they integrate a 3's qualities, 9s become more energetic and dynamic, feel self-confident, and are able to positively promote themselves. Then a 9 can move to point 6. Here, they master conflict and being able to stand up for something that is important to them. It helps them to say no, go against someone else's opinion, and have greater boundaries with others. To achieve this, the 9 needs to use the 6's critical analysis and risk assessment skills. This helps them stay present to what is happening, rather than slipping into self-forgetting. Then 9s become skilled at entering into conflicts instead of avoiding them. They learn to mediate while still expressing their own opinion. The Enneagram Wings. Your wings are the number on either side of you. Your personality can be blended with characteristics from both of these wings. Most people tend toward one wing, but well-balanced individuals at the healthiest end of the personality spectrum integrate the most positive qualities of each wing. As you explore your personality type using the Enneagram, you will start to see and understand your patterns of behavior that you fall back on when stressed or overwhelmed. This awareness allows you to start seeing this with curiosity instead of judging and shaming yourself for your behaviors. And this leads to transformation. As my life coach, Kate Ingram, says, awareness plus non-judgment equals transformation. With this awareness, you can begin to notice your patterns and behaviors and reevaluate them. This reevaluation leads to the development of a healthier, more balanced version of you, one in which you can integrate the healthy parts of your wings and arrows to obtain peace and harmony. The wings of each number. One with a 2 wing is an advocate, warm, helpful, vocal, sensitive, and controlling. A 1 with a 9 wing is idealist, cool, relaxed, introverted, objective, and detaches. An Enneagram 2 with a 1 wing is a servant. They are reasonable, objective, self-critical, and judgmental. An Enneagram 2 with a 3 wing is the host or hostess. They are self-assured, charming, flattering, ambitious, and competitive. A 3 with a 2 wing is a star, a warm, encouraging, sociable, center of attention, and popular. A 3 with a 4 wing is professional, workaholic, driven, encouraging, imaginative, and pretentious. A 4 with a 3 wing is aristocratic, extroverted, upbeat, ambitious, image-conscious, and long-suffering. A 4 with a 5 wing is bohemian, introverted, intellectual, reserved, observant, and whimsical. A 5 with a 4 wing is septic, creative, humanistic, sensitive, empathetic, and withdrawn. A 5 with a 6 wing is a problem solver, extroverted, loyal, anxious, skeptical, science-minded, and analytical. A 6 with a 5 wing is a defender, introverted, intellectual, cautious, focused, and standoffish. A 6 with a 7 wing is the buddy, extroverted, materialistic, sociable, playful, and energetic. A 7 with a 6 wing is an entertainer, playful, endearing, responsible, outgoing, and relationship-oriented. A 7 with an 8 wing is a realist, creative, loving, adventurous, strong, and quick-minded. An 8 with a 7 wing is a maverick. They are extroverted, enterprising, energetic, materialistic, and interested in power. An 8 with a 9 wing is the bear. They are mild-mannered, gentle, receptive, people-oriented, and quietly strong. A 9 with a 1 wing is the dreamer. They are orderly, idealistic, critical, emotionally controlled, and compliant. A 9 with an 8 wing is the comfort seeker. They are outgoing, assertive, anti-authoritarian, outspoken, and dismissive. Fresh awareness through the lens of the Enneagram allows people to consider and reevaluate their patterns of behavior openly. They can then choose to develop a healthier, more well-rounded version of themselves. As they grow in health, people will move toward new numbers. This does not mean their dominant Enneagram number changes, but rather that they learn to incorporate the healthy traits of this new growth number in order to achieve a more balanced sense of self. Please leave your comments below about your experiences with the Enneagram. Let's start an open dialogue so that we can learn from each other. Please click subscribe and share my video with anyone that you feel might benefit from it. Thank you so much for watching.